Alright, bro. I'm going to teach you the most important lesson about how to not waste your 20s. Because the sad reality is, bro, is you've been taught. You've been literally force-fed from your fathers, your school teachers, society. Everyone around you has told you this one thing. Firstly, before I tell you what that is, I want you to kind of think about where your life is at right now, bro. Because if you're anything like I used to live my life this way, right? Where I would just pretend this is me. I would be stuck in this loop, this circle. I'm trying to get out of it, trying to figure out what to do, trying to enjoy life. But we have been skewed to think this one thing, and it's the one thing that's ruining our generation of men, and it's going to set us up to fail so badly, which is why I'm making this video, bro. Everyone has told you, school, society, mom, dad, uncles, whatever, bro. From the age of 18, right? 18 years old to the age of 25 to approximately 29. And then let's say we got 30 here. These years, 18, 25, 29, your main priority in your life should be this one thing and one thing only. Try to think about what this one thing is, bro. Whatever has everyone told you that these years are. Because everyone has referenced that these are your peak years. Best years of your life as a young man. What's the one thing they've told you to do? Think about it, bro. They have told you to have fun. Fun, 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 fun. Your whole life has been skewed to tell you that from 18 to 25 to 29, your life is going to be the best it's ever been. So enjoy life. Go take a loan out and travel the world and come back to all this debt that you can't afford. Go finance a car. Go spend your time doing drugs and going out and doing this and that. Because from 29 onwards, your life is somewhat over, bro. Because after 30, it's game over for men. Your testosterone drops. Life starts to really build up. You've got kids, you've got a mortgage, you're working this crap job trying to get that $5,000 promotion after a year or two. Bro, everyone that has told you that you should prioritize having fun in these 18 to 25 to 29 years, look at their lives. Look at them. Because chances are they're 30 years old, they're 40, they're 50, they're 60, they're 70, right? Let's say that. What they did is they prioritized having all this fun, right? And look at their lives now. They're all living lives that you would never, ever, ever want to emulate and live. They're broke. Their wives look at them with disgust. They can't travel. They've got nothing to their name. They're stuck in a dead-end job. But you know what they did do, bro? Is they had some fun when they were 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They spent all their time. And now look at their lives. I'll say this before you say, oh, well, look, bro, you're acting crazy. Life experience as a whole is good, right? Going to a party here or there is not going to damage you. Traveling and doing this, it's not going to damage you. But if you set your whole life to do all this stuff, prioritize fun, sleeping with girls, you won't really feel this. I can tell you this because I'm 25 now, bro. Life just goes so quick. Bro, at a glimpse, one blink, I was 18. Now I'm 25. It just goes so quick. And if you prioritize all your time to fun, 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 you'll wake up and you might have slept with a couple of girls. You might have taken that one trip to Bali or something. You might have, done this and that, had a few nights out with the boys. It all ends up being the same night meshed into one because it's all the same shit day in, day out when you go with the boys. You'll have nothing. Because I'll tell you this, bro. Your 20s, yeah, they're the most crucial years to not fuck your life up. And this is what we're going to speak about, bro, is how to not waste your 20s. I wish I had a video like this, bro, growing up. Because I knew nothing. And majority of you boys know my story, right? That I grew up very poor in the ghetto. And I had nothing. My father, boom, just left one day, my family and I in the ghetto with no money. We were so poor. We needed to get charities to give us food, clothes donations. I became a drug addict. Not a drug user, bro, an addict at 16. And that's somewhat quite normal for growing up in the ghetto, right? Like I was on par for the life that was in front of me. But I will say this. I started using drugs at approximately 16 years old. Might have even been earlier, bro. That's just like the recollection that I have. But from 16 to 20, my whole life evolved around going out, parties, drugs, alcohol, and then once I turned 18, clubbing, all of that. That 4 years, I did so much. I went to hundreds of parties. And that's well before I turned 18. And then, boom, once I turned 18, bro, I was going clubbing for 2 years in a row, 3 nights a week. Bro, I'm telling you, that was my whole life. But, like I said, I was a drug addict. And like drugs does for everyone that abuses it, it ruins you. And it ruined me. But then once I decided to climb out of the hell that I made my life, and it wasn't easy, but like, you gotta understand, drug addict is a whole different thing. If you were to see me, who I was, you would not even be able to look at me the same as I am the young man speaking to you now. You wouldn't even render it was me. My face was all sunken in. I was a pack-a-day smoker. I'd lost all this weight because of drugs and my mind was all messed up, bro. But I'll tell you this one thing. Once I built my life back up, I started to live my life in reverse, but I thought I was living my life going forward. Because at the age of 20, bro, something beautiful happened to me. Now, I've had a few relationships in my past. I've had plenty of one-night stands, bro. Like, I've been well-versed and had experience with girls. But boom, at the age of 20, I met this beautiful girl that I dated for 4 years, bro. And the crazy thing is, I thought for so long that my life was, bro, I was so ahead. Because, see, at age 20 for me, I was at rock bottom. Drug addict, trying to get myself out, really contemplating not being around. My life was such a mess, still living in the ghetto at this point. But then I met this girl, and we started dating, and it was all, innocent and nice and stuff at the start, bro. But then we moved out of home together. And I had bought this nice car. Then at the age of 22, I bought an investment property. You got to remember, bro, I was a drug addict coming from the ghetto. The fact that I bought an investment property by myself from just working shit jobs and all of this, that's unheard of. Unheard of, bro. Right? But I've always had this mindset of wanting to try and win, even though my whole life never reflected it. Deep down in my consciousness, in my intrinsic, inside of me, I just wanted, okay, how do I make money? How do I win? Bought an investment property, moved out of home with this girl that I was dating, and I was with this girl for 4 years. We lived out of home for 3 years. But I can tell you this one thing. My life from 16 to 20, I was living that whole drug addict life, right? And then from 20 to somewhat 24-ish, right? It's kind of rough timeline. I was in a relationship. And in all areas of the normal scheme of life, I was so ahead. Nice car, living out of home, with an investment property, beautiful girlfriend, our little dog, working full time. That's the life that I was living. Not bad for a kid at the age of 21, 22 when that was. Coming from the streets, the ghetto, being a former drug addict. Bro, I always thought I was ahead. But then what I never clued onto was the fact that I was not going up and I wasn't going down, but my life was just stagnant. I had put on a whole bunch of weight. I had stopped developing myself. I just got into this, just somewhat like I said right at the start, this circle of just going around in circles, just trying to figure it out. And this is when I started to realize I'm not getting anywhere in my life. Like, I've got these small notches under my belt. I got a whole bunch of life experience. I bought my property, but it meant nothing because, bro, I was 24, 25 at this, or 24 at this time when I got out of that relationship after a long time. After 4 years I was with her. And I looked at my life, whilst I do have some good accolades, right? My body's built, investment property, a nice car, former drug addict, all this life experience from growing up poor. I realized that almost 5 years of my life to some degree, even longer, right, bro? Because 18, I was abusing drugs. Almost 7 years of my life that I could have built an empire, become financially free, done all these things, right? I hadn't even done. And here I was at the age of 24, just getting out of this long-term relationship with nothing. Now, 24 is still very young, bro, right? And I'm still somewhat very accelerated because of my body, because of my mindset, life experience, my property. But I will say that's not the general trajectory for you boys watching. You will spend your whole life chasing pussy, chasing going out clubbing, chasing all this stuff. And you'll wake up one day, you'll be 25, you'll be 27, 28, 35. And you think, I got nothing. I've got nothing, bro. There's nothing here. What do I got? Nothing to my name. No. So this is what I'm going to teach you. I went on this whole tangent, but you needed to understand that backstory about me. The truth is, your 20s aren't for wasting your life. And anyone that has told you that, look at their life, but also anyone that you want to emulate and be like, anyone that you look up to, right? Any author that you've read their books, any influencer, anyone in the world, right? Anyone that you look up to will say that they built their lives in their 20 to set themselves up. Because we've always been taught this one thing, right? 30, like I just said before, decline, finished, over. But I'll tell you this one thing, bro, is 30 is the peak. Is actually, so it's not even our peak years. We're entering our peaks as men. But I want to say this before I give you the blueprint of how to not waste your 20s. Your peak isn't just going to automatically happen for you because you've just hit 30, right? It's not just, yep, I'm 30, yep, all this money's going to fall in my lap, all these girls are going to look at me, I'm going to feel good, I'm going to travel the world. You must earn the right to live in your peak. And that's the thing. From 18 to 29 years old, we build and cultivate our lives so that after the age of 30, we are accelerated. We have cultivated a life that so many people want, but will never have, because what did they do? They spent their whole years doing nothing in their most crucial years of building and cultivating. They had fun. That's all they did. Sorry, boys, I get on a tangent because I know exactly how we've been force-fed this. And I know how many of you are thinking, I should still have fun. I just said that, bro. Life experience is good, but if your whole life's work and trajectory is fun, you'll set your life up for misery, bro. That's crazy. It's all about delaying gratification, which we're going to speak about now, bro. So I want you to understand this one thing, is we have somewhat of a timeline as men. From the age of 18, right, to the age of 30, there's 12 years. And for majority of us men, these 12 years should be mostly dedicated to delaying gratification. Just leave it at that, delaying grat. And what that means is we must truly give up today for a better tomorrow. But in reference to this, we must truly give up 12 years for a better 50 years. Now, the beauty of this, right, bro, the more you put in to this 12 years, you can time collapse it. And instead of reaching your peak at 30, which you still will reach your masculine peak at 30, you can time collapse that and really have built an empire and built yourself in 5 years, in 6 years. The more you put in, the more you put out, the more you get out. So I want you to really understand this, bro. So we as men hit our peaks in our 30s, and we can go experience life for what it truly is and not worry about money and not worry about all the crap things because we've set our lives up, rather than having the same level of fun, which is pretty much this shit level of fun, drinking, then waking up the next day with all this regret, having a one-night stand with a yuck girl that you don't even like, hanging out with your friends, going for a drive and doing this and that. Like, it's crap fun. It's not even that fun, bro. It's just killing time when you could be devoting that time to building. So there's a 4-step thing that I want to go through about how to not waste your 20s. And we're going to run through this, bro. And this is going to be the most valuable stuff that you truly learn about your life and how to not waste your 20s. So the most important thing, the most number one thing, and we're going to speak about a few things in this, right, bro? And I've mentioned this in almost all of my videos, but your mission, and underneath this, clear goals. This, right? From the age of 18 to 30, your mission should be your number one thing. You should live, breathe, never, ever, ever forget about what your mission is. Now, we as men need a mission in life. Without a mission, we're always going to be stagnant. And that's the worst thing you ever want to be. Just going around in a circle, trying to figure stuff, just trying to figure life out. But then you realize that you've been trying to figure things out for the last year, the last 2 years, and you've made no progress. I'll tell you this, bro. You're either going to be going on a downward spiral in life, which almost all of you boys have set your life up to go downwards, or you're either going to be going upwards. Now, society as a whole has made all of us go downwards. We're all on a downward spiral, but we don't think that we are. We're all consuming porn, feeding our bodies drugs and fast food, being missionless, not having any goals, not having any balls. We're going to speak about what your mission is, bro. Simply put, it's what you want to cultivate out of your life, and it's a reflection of you truly embodying what it is that you love to do, and then boom, servicing the world through your mission. Now, I love this, right? I made a full guide on how to figure out your mission. It'll be the first thing linked in the description. You want to figure out your mission to the deepest core. If you had all the money in the world, right? Here's how you figure out your mission, right? If you had all the money in the world, you had all the coin, and you had slept with all the girls, bro, you done all that, you traveled the world, just pretend this. What would you do with your time? You figure that out. That's what you do with your life. And I mean that. And then what you'll probably come back and say, oh, well, I can't make money doing that. Go look at the top person in that field, bro. I don't care what it is that you like. If you like cutting grass, there's a person that's the number one in cutting grass. You can be that person. You can. If you can truly figure out your mission in life, you'll never truly work a day in your life. Your mission is what comes true to you. And I like to frame it this way. No one's mission in life is better than anyone else's. My mission, trying to help other young men be their best, is not necessarily, this noble and right thing to do. It's because I grew up poor and in the ghetto, no father, was a drug addict, made all these mistakes, that I want to make sure that you boys don't make the same mistakes that I did. That's why I make this. But if you like cutting grass, if you like cutting hair, if you like baking cakes, that's your mission, bro. But figure out how to be the best in it, service the world, give your mission away to the world, help them, cut their grass, bake them a cake, make some money doing it. Those are some crazy examples, but that's simply put, that's how you figure out your mission. Now, what I want to add to this, bro, is that people will say that this is toxic. Your mission is what comes true to you, which is why you won't ever truly work a day in your life. But then, I hate to frame it this way, but I'm going to put it in this real toxic approach. Your mission is going to make you rich. And for so long, I never really wanted to put that in a video, right? I never wanted to kind of say, oh, yep, your mission should make you rich. Because that kind of goes against the grain of, then do the noble thing and just help people without trying to make a buck from it. The world works around money. Your mum is working for money. You are working for money. Your medical bills cost money. Servicing your car costs money. Eating food costs money. And the world that we are living in, money more than ever now, is something that if you don't have any, you are going to truly suffer. Your whole life as a young man should be congruent of you living a life in alignment of your mission with the sole purpose of you mastering yourself, right? Because the only way that you're ever going to truly excel and develop and build into your mission is to master yourself, to have the right habits, to do the good things, to do what you're supposed to do, to become a self-master through discipline, through relentlessness. you as a young man should also have this byproduct or this end trajectory. Well, I want to level myself up through my mission, live in my purpose, and then boom, make some money from that. Because with money, you can change your life, you can change your family's life. And I truly believe your whole life, if you're not living a life in accordance of your mission, trying to get rich, what else are you going to do? What else are you going to do with your life, bro? You're going to sit and watch YouTube all day. You're going to sit and play games. You're going to sit at the pub and drink your beers with the boys. Go do some drugs. Get rich. You get rich through mastering yourself and focusing solely on your mission in life. Because outside of that, what else do we truly need to go after? We master ourselves, we become disciplined, the best versions of ourselves. We give back to the world. We literally service the world through our mission, and we get rich and we make $1 from it. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. And anyone who says that that's toxic, it's how the world works. But you only can get rich, right, when you focus on your mission. Because if you solely focus on just trying to get rich, and you try to do that becoming just trying to get rich off a quick pump and dump off crypto or being a fake scammer or something, that's wrong. And you'll burn yourself out if you're not living in your mission, in your purpose. If you're not, bro, people don't understand this. I just want to make money, money, money. You'll burn out in 2 days because you're not doing something that comes natural to you. You should always try to dial up. And the thing is, it takes time. It takes years to truly build yourself up and live in your mission. Live in your purpose and then focus on your mission. It takes years to build that up. But I like to frame our mission as young men. The end goal, like I said, to get rich, but also build an empire. I love that word now, bro. Build an empire. And if you're not trying to build an empire, right, that's fine. But just know that the average way of living now is not going to cut it. And in 20, 30 years' time, if you don't build something, if you don't cultivate something out of your life and build this empire, you will more than likely struggle. Your kids will struggle. You'll never have that satisfaction of being able to help the ones around you, give back to the world. And that's something that we need as men. So your whole life, bro, needs to be in accordance of your mission. So that is really, really important. Outside of this, what we're about to speak about now will all be a building block to your mission. So we're going to speak about who you need to be from the age group of 18 to 30. Because this is important, bro. I want to put this on here. If you're taking notes, write every single point that I put on this board down, because I truly believe this is what you need to instill in your own life to be a young man that can truly build an empire. Because who we need to be, right, bro? Who we need to be is this. Well, let's actually look at our generation right now. Majority of us, we are fragile. We're weak. Bro, what's wrong with our generation? We're weak. We suffer from depression. We're lazy. Social anxiety. All this has skyrocketed. We've got no balls, bro. There's no risk in us. There's nothing. There's no courage. We are living amongst a generation that's literally been labeled the weakest. And I don't know how you feel about that, bro, but I hate that. I can't live with myself knowing that I, myself, have been labeled as the weakest generation of men to ever exist. That should do something to you, that your father, that your grandparents, that your ancestors suffered for you so that you could be weak. Sit at home all day and play games and jack off and do drugs and be lazy and disrespect your parents and disrespect yourself by not staying true to your word. This is the generation that we live in. So I get worked up about this, bro, because it hurts. It should hurt you to feel that we are living amongst the weakest generation of men ever. That's our generation. So there are some key things that I want you to instill and embody in your life, in your character. And this is what I have embodied in myself, bro. So the number one thing, and I've labeled this as number one for a reason, is self-master. And simply put, bro, this comes down to discipline. You've got to be disciplined in life. You want to be disciplined? Say something, do it. And always this is going to evolve around good habits. But if you want to be a self-master, set some goals for yourself. Break them down, and every single day align your life to hitting those goals. Say you're going to lose 5 kilos, well, lose it. Go to the gym that day. You say you're going to wake up at this time to go train or to eat clean, or you're going to start doing this or that. You're going to start doing 3 hours of deep work a night. Do it. That's how you become a self-master. Simply put, to the core. So that's who we want to be. We want to be a self-master. We also want to be a risk taker. Because right now, bro, let's say for the average young man, you don't have a lot of things going for you, right? You don't have a property, you don't have all these stock options, you don't have all these things going. You are living in your peak years to take risks. Start that business. Put yourself out there. Do what it is that you feel as though you should do, not what your parents are telling you to do. Okay? You need to take risks. It's only through risks you see what you're built out of. You see what's in here. It's only through taking risks. We need to develop a winner's mindset. Ooh, bro, I'm giving some heat. This is, bro, winner's mindset. Now, like I said, I embody all of these things, right? But a winner's mindset. I'll break everything down to the core. Otherwise, this video will be 10 hours long. Let's start framing yourself as you can do the things that you set out to do. That you will win. That you won't fail. That you will figure it out. Your life must be instilled with just such a positive mindset, a winner's mindset. And I want you to back this up through your actions, through becoming a self-master. You deserve to have an ego, to feel good, to feel as though you can do anything. But your life must be incongruent. Because what will happen if you start to cultivate a winner's mindset of, I will never quit, I will win, no one can beat me. If it's not backed up by your actions, what you do every day, who you're becoming, your values, bro, shut the gates. You're going to feel like an imposter, and that's going to set you back miles. It's going to set you back so much. So develop a winner's mindset by framing your life and negating all the negative thoughts. Instill positive thoughts. I will win, and get rid of the negative ones by slapping them out. The next thing is you're always going to be striving for more. Striving for more. Always. And we could frame this as continuously learning. Learn. Want more. Bro, there is so much that we don't know. And the worst people out there are the people that think that they know everything. Bro, you don't know a thing. I don't even know much. I know nothing. And I'll say that too. I'm genuinely trying to learn as much as possible. Because it's when you know. That's when you know. That's when you can start moving differently. You can start talking differently. You start thinking differently. You must always be continuously striving for more. There's always more to have. You can do more at the gym. You can make more money. You can be more of a better person. You can learn more. If you're not striving for more, bruz, you're going to be put so behind in life. Because you might learn something and then, you get complacent for a week or two, which ends up being a couple of months. Bro, you've lost everything. You lost all that momentum. Strive for more. You're going to have clear parameters, right? Now, parameters are standards for your life. Frame it this way, bro. You got to have clear parameters. You have to have clear moral standards for yourself. You're not going to be a drug addict. You're not going to be someone that doesn't stick by his words. I want you to be a young man that's unapologetic for his core values, what you believe in. Don't be a man that's a sissy. If you're sitting at home and you're just a sissy, you're scared to truly be in your masculine frame of sticking up for what you believe in, get out of here, bro. If you set goals for your life, if you set parameters for yourself and people try to intrude in them, you stand up for yourself. You have clear parameters of what you stand up for, and you have clear parameters for your life of what you are going to do. Really understand, once you live a life in accordance of knowing your core values, bro, I'm telling you, you feel unstoppable. If you have clear parameters, and I like to frame it this way, as God is watching you, God's watching you, bro. I want you to understand that you will truly live a life righteous and of virtue because God is watching you. So understand that, bro. Clear parameters, a fine line of what you want your life to, how you want to live your life by, and that's very, very important. And the last point, bro, is not give a F. You can't give a fuck, bro. You can't give a fuck what people think, what people might say, how people might look at you. You got to live a life in accordance. So if you're truly aligning your life to your mission, to getting better, you will encounter people that look at you, that try to denigrate you, put you down. Sometimes this might be your family, your best friends. But once you truly embody your mission, you start to frame your life as, I'm living a life accordance of who I want to become and what I want to have. You can't care, because it's always going to be people beneath you, literally beneath you, that try to drag you back down. Because people above you always try to raise you up. They'll always try to bring you up with them. But we are living in times now where we are very, very skewed by people's opinions, what they might say, what they might do, how they might think about us, and you can't care. Anyone that you look up to, even myself, bro, has been denigrated by other people for trying to live a life in accordance of how they want to live it. It's a part of the game, and you got to frame your mind. If this fits my values, if this fits in alignment on my mission, I don't give a fuck. If it's going to put food on my table, if it's going to help the world, if it's going to retire my mum, not give a fuck. Okay, bro? So these are some true tenets that you must embody. This is who you need to be. And there's actually a few more things that I wanted to speak about, but otherwise I'll go on forever. The last thing I will say is I want you to have a forward-thinking mindset, which kind of goes to our striving for more. You're always thinking about the future. You're always thinking about the next best move. What's the next best thing that you can do? What would your higher self do? Be a forward thinker. Plan for the future and always be thinking 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps ahead. So this is what you need to be. This is what you need to instill. Now, this is some fire stuff, bro. I love this. I got 2 more things, right? We need to prioritize a few things. We need to prioritize our body, and we need to prioritize our mind. Now, I'll say this, bro. Your body is number 1, and also your mind is number 1. These go hand in hand. Strong body, strong mind. You know where we've heard that from. Tate, he's instilled that in all of us. Well, it's the utmost truth, bro. I used to feed myself drugs. I used to feed myself alcohol. I've tortured my body by not eating correctly. The amount of substances I've put in my body, bro. I don't know how I look so fit. And I'm completely natural. Well, I've worked hard. But I will say this. Your body is a direct reflection of you. And there are key tenets that we learn about ourselves, right? We learn consistency. We learn discipline. We learn pushing ourselves. We learn the art of delaying gratification through going and building up our bodies. Your life, and I hate to say this, is going to be framed in a way of how your body is. If you're fat, overweight, and you're not striving for more, that's how your future is going to look. It's going to look disgusting. But if you change your body and you instill the character traits that you somewhat are gifted through pushing yourself in the gym, discipline, consistency, delaying gratification, bro, that is going to spill over to the rest of your life. When you're focusing on your business, when you're focusing on all these other things, what you learn in the gym through developing your body will spill over to make you more capable than ever in the other ventures that you go in for your life. I'm going to premise it this way as well. Not only is what you're going to learn in the gym going to benefit you, looks matter. And I hate to say this, right? There are so many things that we can't control about ourselves, right? We can't control our PP size. We can't control how far apart our eyes are. We can't control the color of our skin. But we can control how we look. And looks in our day and age plays a very important part, especially when it comes to finding a girlfriend. Girls have more options than ever. And they're not going to be looking at you, bro, when they've got all these other men in their lives that are chiseled, looking good, aesthetic, have learned and instilled the character traits that have been built in the gym. Looks play a massive part, and we can do so much about ourselves by taking care of our body. Because once we start looking good, we think, oh, well, I should start smelling good. I should clean my teeth. I should find a skincare routine. I should start dressing a bit more nicer. And this will want to make you stem off even to going and trying to level yourself up even more within your mission to make some more money, to go buy some nicer external things, like have a nice car, have a nice watch. Like, it all kind of starts to sink in together with your body. So your looks play a massive part. Your body's going to develop your mind. But with this, we do need to focus more on our mind, bro. Now, I want to premise it this way. What you consume is how your mind is going to become. So if you're truly always watching all these toxic videos, or you're listening to this denigrating music of like rappers and all this whatever's out there, your mind is like a plant, and what you feed it, it's what it's going to grow into. You're going to water your mind, and it's going to stem into how you think, how you speak, how you are just attentive of different things. Your life will be premised and your future will be dictated on how your mind is. So you must always practice to get more in tune with yourself. Now, I love this, bro, because I don't know where you're going to stand at with this, but praying, meditating, finding peace, being grateful, and then practicing mindfulness, we as men need to truly be at peace with ourselves. And I have found peace by praying. I pray every single morning. I meditate every night for 30, 40 minutes now. Every single day, I bring that inner peace. I listen to music that truly dials me into myself. I breathe as if I have a purpose. I breathe like a man. The more you can start to truly cultivate your mind to have this peace, it's going to transfer over to every aspect of your life. When you're in business meetings again, you're going to have a clearer thought. When you're making and socializing, you're going to be clear, you're going to be cleansed, you're going to know what to say and how to act. When you're at peace, you're not fighting demons, you can figure out the next best thing to do for yourself. But when you're fighting demons, and then those demons will transpire to insecurities, and then those will go and spiral you down to go do drugs or play video games or to numb yourself with just watching stupid YouTube videos. Bro, you need to find peace. You need to work on your mind. And this takes time. But once you build this foundation of inner solitude, of peace, you become unstoppable. So imagine being a man that's got a strong mind, a peaceful mind, but he's also living in his prime masculine body. You're mission focused. You've embodied the traits that I told you to instill in you. You're going to set your life up to have a life that so many wish they could have had. So that's important, bro. The last thing we're going to cover is relationships. And this is a big thing, bro. You heard my story. That my life, in my younger years, well, I've been in many relationships, bro. One lasting 4 years. But relationships, I'm going to premise it this way. Relationships. Winners roll with winners. Winners roll with winners, bro. And you know who losers roll with? Losers roll with losers. Losers roll with losers. Understand this, brother, that your life, your friends, your life is going to be depicted on the people that you have around you. And if your friends are all bums, degenerates, losers, sorry to say it, bro, but that's exactly the person that you are right now. And that's the lifestyle and life that you're going to cultivate for yourself, a loser's life. But if you start rolling around with winners that want to improve, winners that are focusing on money, focusing on leveling themselves up, focusing on wanting more, your life is going to be of that, a winner. It's so important that you understand people's energy and their lives and the impact it has on you. Because we've all been there. When someone's got that negative energy, it transfers over to you. It's kinetic, bro. You feel it. I want you to truly understand that if you want to set your life up, who's around you is truly, truly a detrimental thing. Now, with this, bro, this is where it gets tricky. And so many of you boys are going to be, okay, here we are. With relationships, where are we at with girls? Because this is a big thing, bro. I'll say this. I've been in relationships, so it's hard for me to kind of skew you onto this. If you're a young man and you're at level 1, and let's say level 1 is you're just starting to build momentum, a girlfriend's not what you need right now, bro. If you're truly at the start of becoming a man that is building his life up, just getting into the gym, you're trying to figure out your mission. If you're really at the start, a girl isn't what you need, right? Your sole focus should be you. Because if you do this backwards, right? Let me get a girlfriend and she'll support me. The girl that you find now, or the time that you have to allude to finding this girl, you're going to waste all your time, and the girl that you're going to get is not going to be the girl that you wife up. I promise you it's not, bro. Because you're not a man worth really having. So the girl that you have and you go spend all your time for, she's going to be a low-value girl, bro. That's just the honest truth. But as you start to build yourself up, and I truly say this, 1 to 3 years or even 5 years, you must solely try to dial yourself up. Level up in every aspect of your life, every single area, nothing left undone. And if you work hard, like I said earlier, the more you put in, the more you get out, you will truly be a man of value. And if you time collapse it and you truly work real hard, after 2 years, bro, putting your head down, bro, and you're so accelerated and you've built that momentum and it's taken off, you'll find a girl that fits your frame, that adds to you, that's beautiful, feminine, higher value, higher quality girl that will truly support you, and you guys will work in tune with another. But if you have a girl now and you're just at this lower level, she's going to drag you down, bro. You'll get complacent, you'll lose your drive, your ambition, your goals. A girl will amplify you and push you, but that'll be the right girl after you've built yourself. So I will say this, if you're a young man right now, don't worry about a girl. Work on yourself. And in a couple years, or once you've truly built yourself, that's when you go out. Life experience is good with girls, right? If you have the opportunity to, have a little experience or a little situation shit, cool, bro, go for it. But keep yourself accountable. Keep yourself accountable with girls. Keep yourself accountable with, even when you go out and you do drugs and you do alcohol, like drink alcohol, keep yourself accountable for the life that you're living, and understand that, am I living, or try to render, are you living a life that's bringing you down? You're on this downward spiral now, or have you got it under control and you're truly, okay, yeah, I'm just doing this tonight, or I'm going to have this situationship for a couple of weeks. Are you still on your trajectory? Because this is truly important. This will truly help you navigate your life, bro. The 4 things we went to. The number 1 thing is your mission. Focus on giving back to the world, building an empire and making some money from it. That should be your life's work, because this is the world that we live in, bro. Everything else, who you should be, the people that you should have around you, everything, bro, is a true building block to your mission. I want you to understand that, bro. Your 20s will either make or break your life. It's the honest truth. You want to set your life up so when you hit your peak years as a young man, boom, you're living the life that very few people truly get to live. Or you can live your life exactly like the rest because you spent your life having fun. And it was just crap fun anyway, bro. Love you, bro.